Disclaimer: this video is just for entertainment purposes only, so don't take it seriously. English is not my first language, so ignore my grammar and spelling mistake. Thank you. All picture and video clips are not mine. This side credit goes to real owner. I only own the storyline and the voiceover. It's just a fan fiction. Taehyung stared at her as if her word didn't make sense, like she had spoken a language he didn't know. What did you just say? His voice was calm, but it carried a sharpness she had never heard before. Fine throat. Burn. I'm pregnant, and the baby it's not yours, it's from before. Something flickered in his eyes, disbelief, then hurt, and finally anger. He stood up and slowly the distance between them suddenly feeling like an unbridgeable gulf. Before we got married, his tone was flat, almost too controlled. She nodded, her tears blurring her vision. I didn't know, I swear, I didn't even think it was possible, but I found out and you didn't think to tell me sooner? His voice cracked. You let me believe. He stopped himself, running a hand through his hair, turning away as if looking at her was too much. Ty. She reached for him, but he stepped back. No, he said, his voice shaking now, raw and unpolished. Do you understand what are you asking me to do? Today's another man's child, to take at them every day, to look at them and every day and remember that you love someone else enough to give them this before you give me anything. Her tears fell faster. It's not like that, you think, Taehyung. I didn't choose this, but it's my baby, Ty. I can't just get rid of it. He turned sharply, eyes blazing. So what, mine? You choose the baby and I am just supposed to do what? Pretend? Her chest act like it was splitting in two. I'm choosing my child because it's innocent. It didn't hurt anyone. It didn't leave me. It's part of me. He laughed bitterly, a sound she had never heard from him. Then maybe you should be with it instead of me. Why are you saying this? The air went still. Her heart sank. What are you saying? I'm saying, his voice was low. If you keep the baby, we are done. You can't have the both. She stared at him, searching for some trace of man who used to wrap an extra blanket over her at night, but all she saw was someone standing on the other side of wall she couldn't climb, and so with trembling hand she made her choice. I will leave then. The word fell heavy in the room. Time didn't stop her when she packed a small bag. He didn't stop her when she walked past to him the door. Only when the door closed did he let out the sound that had been trapped in his chest, a quiet broken whisper. Wine. After some day, the apartment felt different without her. It wasn't just quiet, it was hollow. The coffee mugs stayed where he left them. The air smelled faintly of her perfume, but it was fading with each passing day. And the bed was cold. Time tried to busy himself with work, with friends, with anything that would keep him from replaying her last word, I will leave. At first, he told himself that he had done the right things, that he couldn't live with another man's child in his house, calling him father, that it was better to cut it off before resentment grew. But resentment wasn't just fill him now, it was guilt. Next morning, he made a decision. Van had moved into a small one bedroom near the bookstore where she worked. The pregnancy was starting to show. She wore a loose sweater, one hand open, resting unconsciously on her belly. She looked tired, but there was a calmness in her eyes Time had not seen before. When she opened the door and saw him standing there, her expression froze. Taehyung, what are you doing here? He swallowed, suddenly unsure of where to start. Can I come in? She hesitated, then stepped aside. The small space smelled faintly of cinnamon and book. Taehyung stood there awkwardly, his hand shoved deep into his coat's pockets. I was wrong, he began quietly, about everything. One gaze was guarded. Tai, no, let me just say this. His voice cracked, but then he pushed through. I was angry. I was scared. I thought I couldn't love a child that wasn't mine. But the truth is, I already love them because they are part of you and I love you. Her eye shimmered, but she didn't speak. I don't care about Diana. I care about you. I care about the life we could have, all three of us. I let my pride get in the way and hate myself for it. He stepped closer, his eyes trembling. Please, Van, come home. Let me be there for you, for the baby, for us. Tears finally spilled down her cheeks. You hurted me, Taehyung. I know, he whispered, and I will spend the rest of my life making sure I will never do it again. Silence hung between them for a moment, and then slowly she reached for his hand, his finger closed around hers, warm and sure. You are really ready for this? She asked softly. I have never been more ready for anything, he said. And for the first time in months, they stood together with no walls between them. Months later, Time held the newborn baby in his hand, his voice gently as he whispered, Hey little one, it's Appa. Van watched from the hospital bed, her heart full. She thought it might burst. They had taken the long way back to each other, but they had made it, and this time they were not letting go. Like this video and also subscribe my channel. Bye bye. See you next video.